Hello folks, Simon here, welcome back to the channel, and Square have just patched Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age on PS4, surprising me for sure, probably many of you as well. Now this brings the game to version 1.08 and allows the player to actually have access to a number of features that were only available on the other console versions up until this point. I've done a video on the patch itself, so you might want to check that out for the details. What we're doing today is talking about, I guess, a feature, a bug, whatever you want to call it, that was unique to the PS4 version of the game and was fixed for the subsequent console releases, and that is the ability to manipulate the game's fixed RNG number sequence in order to force spawn chests and get the extremely powerful items that would normally have a very low drop chance from those chests. Now, I'm going to tell you up front, this has not been fixed. So if you're playing the PS4 version, you are, in my opinion, now playing the definitive version of Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age. Because not only do you now have access to all of the cool extra features that were later added to the other console versions, you still have the ability to manipulate the RNG into your favour in order to guarantee chest spawns and the items that will appear in those chests. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then I'm going to use the famous example here. This is on the latest update which you're watching, of how to get the Seitengrat weapon, an invisible weapon which is extremely powerful and normally has a 1 in 10,000 chance of being looted, pretty much putting it out of reach of virtually every player. But by using the Rex healing method here, which is what I'm doing, we can force the spawn of the chest, and then with a little bit of correct timing, force the Seitengrat to appear inside it. Now, if you don't have a Rex save file, you're going to need one. I would strongly recommend you check out my original video for manipulating the RNG, which I'll link down below. I'll go into things in much greater detail. But just to remind you, presuming that you roughly know how to do this, on your Rex save file, you need to go for one of those two healing sequences that I've placed on screen. 88, 97, 90, which is the one I always seem to get, to be honest with you. It is the most common one. Or 97, 94, 95, which a few players have had success with. So just to clarify, you only need one of those two sequences, but whichever one you get, you must have those three numbers in succession. So for me, it's going to be 88, 97, 90. And we just need to wait for Rex to heal with those three numbers in succession, which should be any time. Now, it takes about 5 minutes, tends to be a little bit less than 5 minutes if you're doing this on the turbo speed, which I am. So there we go, 88, 94, that's not it. It doesn't matter if it's 88, 94, then 97, 90. It has to be those three numbers in succession. So I should get it in a moment now. 88. Let's slow this down. 97. Then this should be 90. So remember, all the numbers are predictable in Final Fantasy XII because of how the so-called random number sequence works. Once we've done that, we need to do a soft reset, not a hard reset, which means we only need to go back to the title screen. If you do a hard reset, then you'll lose your place in the RNG sequence, and this won't work. And we're going to load our autosave onto the airship. This is the airship from Rabanasta to Nalbina, or Nalbina, whatever it's called. There are other airships I think you can spawn the Seitengrat chest, but I know this is one that works. It doesn't work on all of them. And very quickly we're going to make our way to the top, and you'll know if the chest has spawned because you'll hit an invisible wall. So this is an invisible chest, one of 3 in the game, and we're looking at that lad just over by the railing on the left hand side that just ran up the stairs. So that was his first run up the stairs. We need to get the timing right now. On his 4th run up is when we will open the chest. And again, this is on the latest update, 1.08. So that was his 2nd run up. Now, just to confirm that the healing with Rex that we did, that's what we used to spawn the chest, which, as you can see, that has worked. The chest has spawned. And on the 4th run up the stairs, as soon as he gets to the top of the stairs, we need to open the chest, and that will give us the Seitengrat, if we get the timing right. There we go. Perfect. So he does have to get to the top of the stairs. If he still has a foot on the stair, then the timing is kind of specific, and you probably won't get it, unfortunately. Oh, make sure you have the diamond bangle equipped on Zidane. And I strongly recommend having no other party member so that nothing else is going to interfere with the RNG sequence. And I will also take off his other equipment as well. But there we have it. So I've got 7 Seitengrats now, which is really good. Obviously, more than we need. 6 is what you need if you want one on every party member. But yeah, normally, if you're not going to use this trick, you have a 1 in 100 chance of the chest spawning every time you come onto this deck here. And then when the chest does spawn, you have a further 1 in 100 chance of actually looting the Seitengrat with the diamond bangle equipped. Overall, that gives you a 1 in 10,000 chance of getting that weapon. Yeah, not likely. So there we have it, and in my opinion, this means that the PS4 version of Final Fantasy XII is now the definitive version of the Zodiac Age, since we have all of the features of the Xbox version, but we can still manipulate the RNG to our favour. Though, of course, you might still want the Switch version if you want to play the game portably. Don't forget, I have done a huge walkthrough series for this game, getting the Platinum Trophy, and just a whole lot more than that. So make sure you check that out if you're starting the game and want to just completely max out your experience. But thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'm really excited we can still do this trick. That's wonderful. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.